The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Well, hi there, I'm Denise Plant, and we're glad you're still with us here on Colorado One Company because our next story centers around an incredible person. Jesse Miller, a young World War II Army Air Corps soldier stationed in the Philippines, endured time as a prisoner of war. His story of survival, service, and faith led to a global ministry, Cadence International. Take a look.
In the last decade since 9/11, the American awareness of our soldiers, airmen, sailors, Marines, living overseas, going to war, and their sacrifice and their service to our country has become much broader. There's lots of attention for wounded warriors. There's lots of opportunities to support the USO and the Red Cross. Lots of churches have bulletin boards up with who's gone from their congregation to serve our country overseas. But how often do you hear about the families that go with those men and women?
It really is a hidden group, an overlooked group.
In the American Armed Forces, there are over 1.2 million kids who have become part of our military service because their parents have chosen to serve. And how often do we hear about those kids? How often do we think about them? How often do we go, are they getting a VBS or are they getting a youth group?
The younger children are often forgotten.
The forgotten people.
And joining us this morning from Cadence International is Mark Wilson. Nice to have you on the show, Mark.
Thanks so much, Denise.
How did you come to know Cadence International?
You know, Cadence was not on my radar at all. And in college, I had a recruiter come stay in my dorm room and heard that I was a military kid. I wanted to go into youth ministry and said, Mark, I have this ministry for you. And I was captured because I was a military kid.
Right, so you understood it all.
Sure, absolutely.
What's your role right now?
So right now, my role is Director of Mobilization. All that means I recruit, select, train, and send missionaries to the field. But prior to that, for 20 years, I worked in our youth ministry. So I was on the ground at Ramstein Air Force Base for 7 years, and then another 6.5 at Heidelberg, Germany, working with military kids.
Oh my gosh, thank you for everything that you do, truly. In the video that we just saw, a lot of the families, a lot of the kids are forgotten in the military, you know, military families.
Absolutely.
So how does Cadence International step in and help?
Well, think about a dad being gone half of his kid's life, half of the birthdays, half of your sporting events. And so Cadence doesn't want to separate or replace parents, but we want to step in and love students where they're at. So it doesn't matter if they agree with what we believe, we just want to love them. So that's mentoring, it's youth groups, it's mission trips, it's peer-to-peer counseling. It's all those kinds of things. We want to reach in and love them right where they're at.
Right.
And so provide them a sense of purpose, give them a way to spend their time and deal with the hardships that they incur in the military.
So if there's a young boy out there, his dad's away, maybe he's going to a date for the first time and he wants somebody, a mentor to talk about, or somebody to catch, you know, the ball with.
Right, absolutely.
All of that,
yeah, we do all of those things, special events, mission trips, and then that relationship part is key.
Yeah.
We want to build trust, build a safe place where we can talk about those things.
So you are gearing up, Cadence is gearing up for a really big event. It's June 24th. What's taking place?
So we're going to have a lot of fun. So for people who would attend, they get an hour in the museum to come visit. So that's Wings Over the Rockies. And they're going to get a chance to look around the museum. And then they'll have a nice dinner. And they're going to get to hear 60 years of ministry experiences. Not all of those, but some fun ones, some highlights. Wayne Simeon will be speaking. And then they'll get a chance to interact and participate in what people often, they want to help the military, but they often don't know how. And so this event is an opportunity for them to specifically, tangibly help Cadence lean into the military community.
And there are still tickets available. If you'd like to attend this event, I want to encourage you to go to cadence.org, or you can call 800-396-6680. Again, that number is 800-396-6680. You mentioned your keynote speaker is going to be Wayne Simeon.
That's right.
He's a former NBA player from the Miami Heat. I know my son would freak out to meet this man. Talk about a mentor. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hey Colorado, Wayne Simeon here. My wife Katie and I are excited to visit you next month in Denver, tell some stories and share with you what God is doing in the lives of young people. We really love the military and are so thankful for what Cadence is doing to support our troops. And we hope to see you the evening of June 24th to be able to learn about the ministry as well.
It's going to be an emotional, wonderful event.
It will.
And I understand you're doing something special just for our viewers.
That's right. So the first 5 people that call the 800 number will get a pair of tickets to come to our event.
Oh my gosh, the first 5 callers, the first Coco
That's right.
callers.
That's right.
Okay, so let me give that number again. Run to the phone right now. It's 1-800-396-6680. 1-800-396-6680. Mention Colorado and Company. If you're one of the first 5, you get a free pair of tickets to go to this wonderful event and Cadence of Celebration, June 24th. Why do you think this event is so unique and so special?
Well, I think there's not a lot of people out there or organizations that are reaching into the military in the way that we are, that combine faith and service and support. And so the event in and of itself is not that unique, but what we do and what we're going to invite people to join is unique. And so it's not just caring for physical needs, but there's a spiritual need behind what they do, to know their Creator, to be loved, to understand their purpose in life. And so that's what we're inviting people to be a part of.
That's wonderful. And as a military child, I think you know firsthand some of the special needs that these families need and want. So what's the one thing that kind of stands out to you that makes this so special for them?
You know, the one thing,
Makes maybe something, the reason why you're passionate about Cadence International.
I think just knowing the hardships, you know, knowing what it's like to have your dad gone or your mom gone for half of your life, and the separation and the anxiety of hearing on the news that troops were killed and not knowing that it could be your dad, you know, and they hear it more than I did because the news is so much more broader received than it was when I was.
And social media.
That's right. And so they actually get the news before they know what happened. And so they're and it's not like they're going on a business trip to New York or to California. They're going to dangerous places where their lives are on the line. And they lose the support of their grandparents and their families and their local communities. And what we can provide is a community, a spiritual community that helps nurture those same things they might get living in their hometown in the States. And that may be the most important thing that we do.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
God bless. A Cadence of Celebration is Saturday, June 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum. For tickets and to view all the mission projects, please go to please visit, cadence.org. That's cadence.org. You can also call 800-396-6680. That's 800-396-6680. Make sure you call right now, and when you mention Colorado and Company, the first 5 people will get a free pair of tickets.